address, and it's, why do men stop believing in love? And when I say that, I'm not talking about just bitter dudes online that are just complaining. I'm talking about regular men who once believed in loyalty, and they believed in partnership and devotion, all of these things, and then at some
I ain't gonna
point,
lie, to a certain extent, I still do believe in love though. I do believe love conquers all. It's just now it's just very rare now. You know what I'm saying? It's very rare, man, that you find true love now. It's very rare, man. But I feel like there's still some hope, man. But it's tough, man. It's very tough.
they just stop believing it. And I would say the reason isn't because they hate women. It's just because they've seen too much.
Yeah.
They've lived the reality,
Yeah.
and what love looks like today it's completely antithetical to what they were told to believe in. It turned into something very transactional and conditional and void and detached from loyalty.
I feel like
And I mean, the truth.
I feel like the game that our elders try to teach us, they they taught us somewhat kind of right. I feel they be like, oh, they taught us to do this. But what y'all gotta understand, we come up in two different generations, homie. We come up in two type of generations. You feel what I'm saying? So I know ain't nothing new under the sun, homie, but the way our mothers was and grandmama them was different than the women today. It's not all about women. It's men and women. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of things are just different now. So they're just teaching us what they've been taught. It succeeded back then, but now, I mean, with social media, uh, dating is different than it is from it's 2025 than when it was back in the 90s, bro. It's different. Maybe that stuff did work. The things that they're telling us, it may did work back for those back in the day. These women nowadays this is different, baby. This is different. We living in some different time now. It's sad, but that's just the way it is.
It's always been conditional, yes, to some
So
degree.
people are more protective over their love. They trying to people, especially men. A lot of men want peace now, bro. For really, man. We like most men just want to be peaceful and free. Most men don't want to deal with all that junk, man.
The difference is in this modern world, it's been twisted and contorted into something almost unrecognizable. I mean, if you look at history without without a romantic gloss, love has always come with conditions. Yes, in early tribes, love was about survival. A man brought food and safety and protection
Mm-hmm.
to the tribe and to the woman he was with, and then in return, he got loyalty and children. And then later, once agriculture was introduced, later in farming and in villages, marriage was more than affection. It was about, family ties and land and inheritance,
Mm-hmm.
right? So men have always known that love was not free.
Yeah.
Of course. It was tied to what you could provide.
Yeah.
But there was one thing that made it work, which was loyalty, reciprocity. As long as you kept your end of the bargain, loyalty held steady.
Right.
Now, it wasn't perfect, but it was clear.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the same conditionality is still there. But it's not about survival anymore, not with modernity. It's about preference, and it's about lifestyle and moods. A man can work to the bone, provide, stay loyal, love deeply, and still be left. And not because he failed, but because she felt unfulfilled.
Selfish. I'm not gonna lie.
That's-
I'm not gonna say all women are self-centered, but most black women are selfish. Most I'm not gonna say all, man, but in my opinion, most black women are selfish because it's all about me, 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 me. I feel like it's nothing about the man. It's nothing about the man, homie. It's never nothing about the man. Everything is me, 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 me. What can he do for me? It's nothing about coming together, homie. Don't nobody love one another no more, neither. That goes like everything is is just different now, man. It's all about me, 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 me. It's nothing for the man. Nothing in return. Nothing, homie. That's why these niggas is giving up on this love shit. They don't really believe in it. Because they done did everything that mama and grandmama done taught us. And for the most part, my nigga, he ain't got us nowhere. Niggas still stuck on they heartbreak from when they was in 4th grade, 5th grade, homie. So no, man, it's tough.
It's not the old bargain anymore. That's a distortion of it. The conditions are constantly shifting and never defined.
Mm-hmm.
And backed by a culture that rewards walking away instead of staying through it.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say that men who see this don't necessarily get angry. They just go numb from it, because what they were willing to sacrifice for isn't even on the table anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Men don't stop believing in love because of just one bad breakup. They don't. They stop believing after years and years of watching the same story repeat itself. It's pattern recognition. They see marriages fall apart after decades, and they see friends that are absolutely broken and shattered by conditional affection.
It makes you want to give up.
They see fathers erased from their kids' lives after giving everything.
See, I somewhat still that's not, and then especially if a guy is coming up, bro, and his parents not together. It's probably why I still somewhat believe in love, because I come from a married home. My mom and dad been together for almost like 30 years, bro. So, and I don't think it has nothing to do with love. Yes, they love one another, but there's gonna be some days I feel like where they not gonna love each other, you know. Like, you know, you ain't gonna like the same person every day. You're gonna have ups and downs, whether that's your mama, daddy. You know what I'm saying? I think everything is just about coming together and working together. You know what I'm saying? And how good y'all work together. But that's like marriage. That's for another, you know what I'm saying, thing. But once you keep seeing this thing repeatedly happen, bro, you start to feel like you're getting used. As a guy, you feel like you're getting used, bro. You feel like it's worthless. You know what I'm saying? I like I said, I still somewhat believe in it, bro. But it's just an hour in 2025. It's very rare, man. It really is. Like, they're out there, but it's very rare. It's very rare.
And then they piece it together. If loyalty can be pulled away at any moment, then what we call love isn't really love anymore. It's a temporary deal that lasts until someone decides, you know, they're done, right?
I'm out of here.
That realization doesn't come from hatred. It comes from simply watching reality just play out. Men have always tied love to sacrifice. Always. You hunt, you built, you know, you hunted, you built, you fought, you worked.
Yeah.
Your worth wasn't measured in what you gave, or your worth was measured in what you gave. That hasn't changed. What's changed is what you get back in return.
Mm-hmm.
In the past, sacrifice secured loyalty. Today, sacrifice doesn't guarantee anything.
No.
What? Because you can give everything for years. Your energy, your loyalty, you can give all of that and it still be thrown aside. That's why I believe men are losing faith, because the ancient deal, sacrifice for loyalty, has been broken.
I'm telling y'all, man, there are a lot of successful guys, man. Look at it's everywhere. A lot of successful guys that's in their late 20s, 30s, living alone. They have no woman, bro. No woman. They're living alone. They got hobbies. They do their own thing. They don't want no dealings. They don't want no more dealings, homie. They giving up because of this new era that we're living in. We put all this on the line. We do all this right here, and you know, these women is they brainwashed. Not all of them, but most of them. Mom and grandmama and them didn't have no social media back in the day where they was brainwashed watching that type of stuff, homie. You on social media now, everybody doing the baby boo challenge. Showing nothing but ass, booty, titties, and all that type of stuff. But would shame you when you hop in their DM and say, what's the move here tonight? Let's get this book, this room, and so let's get straight into it. They will look at you crazy. But this what you displaying. Ain't nobody doing no cooking challenge for their man. If you gonna twerk, let twerk on your wife. I mean not your wife, your husband or your boyfriend. Why you ain't doing that? Twerk on him. Let's see more of that. Let's see more. Why everything is showing? It's a girl right now. I know a lot of women who do so much of that, and would get on there the next day and say why she don't have a husband or a wife or a boyfriend. They don't take her serious. Why would we? Why would we? Grandmama and them said that a way to a man's heart is through his stomach. Most women don't really know how to cook. Men want to get something to eat, but they sure know how to throw that ad though. I'm gonna be real, man. Mama and grandmama and Aunt and them was the last, probably maybe the last few real legit women. There was real women. There's still some out there, dog. Don't get me wrong. It is, but there are very, very, very few. We got women that's worrying about how many likes they get. How do they likes? What does that matter? Mama and them wasn't caring nothing about that. But that's today, how they look. Getting shots in their booty. This is what we live in. Worrying about how many likes they're getting on Instagram. What the fuck does that matter? What does that matter? But they would say that they want this though.
And, you know, in modern love, it feels like you're just working off of a checklist now, you know? Like, be strong but not controlling, be sensitive but not weak, and then make money but don't work too much. You know, you can be exciting but also stable. And, you know, so no matter how many boxes that you check, new boxes keep popping up. And then eventually men realize, you know, this checklist it's never ending. That's what kills belief in love. It's not because that men don't try or they won't. It's because they know no matter what they do, it'll never be enough to close the account. And I mean, I've gotten countless comments from men in this situation. Right. You know, they gave years loyalty and everything they had only to be left when the conditions changed.
Yeah.
And they were told that love was unconditional, but they lived the truth that it isn't.
You love in my opinion, and people could say that I'm wrong, I feel like a man is loved only for what he can provide out to the world, bro. You cannot just be no regular Joe Smo working at McDonald's or Taco Bell and think you're going to get love out here home and be broke. They going to treat you like trash. I really do believe that. Your mama, your aunties, and your sister, and maybe your grandmama is going to love a man, is going to love you unconditionally, especially your mama. It don't matter what it is. Your mama she going to love you. Rather it don't matter what she gonna. That's an unconditional love. Your mama, homie. That's it. Whether you be broke, your mama gonna still love you. That mama gonna love you, homie. I'm telling you. I feel like that's the only unconditional love. But all that other stuff, dog. You think a woman, and why would she though? You know what I'm saying? Why would she? But that just go to show you how hard men got it. You have to become something, bro. You have to. Or you get no respect, bro. You get no respect. You can't. it ain't the woman's fault, but you know, she can be pretty and cute. She's already being praised as she's getting to the world. You got to create value, my nigga. You have to. That's what they not telling us, huh? You really do. Or you're not seen in this world. You're going to be seen as a nobody. You're not a female. That's what men have to go through. Men are not getting good compliments on a day. You so handsome. They're not getting that like women. Niggas is very appreciated to hear that. A woman tell you look good in person, boy, you feel like you really. We don't get that. You just don't. But I ain't complaining, nigga. I'm just saying that what it is.
After you've lived through that a few times, you don't keep the same belief. And it's not because you don't want to love. You're just tired. That's what it is. It's because you're tired.
Mm-hmm.
You can only walk through the same fire so many times before you're like, dude, I'm sick of getting burned.
Feel discouraged,
right?
I don't care what nobody say.
Men are sick of getting burned. But here's another layer to talk about. So, I mean, men, and I've talked about this with a friend recently. So men didn't just stumble into these disappointments. I mean, we were set up for them. I mean, look at the TV shows and movies from the 80s and 90s and even into today. Sitcom after sitcom just showed the dad as a fool, right? He was the punchline. You know? Got The Simpsons with Homer. You've got, Tim the Toolman Taylor, Home Improvement, bumbling idiots. They need their wife or else they just couldn't make it in this world, Right. They were just, supposed to shut up and go along, right?
Right.
Commercials also paint men as bumbling idiots that can, barely change a light bulb.
Yeah.
And then, you have the wife rolling her eyes and whatnot.
Right.
So, I mean, at the same time, romance movies like the rom-coms and stuff, they do the rom-coms, man. They fed us just the worst scripts, the most antithetical scripts.
Yeah, y'all know the scripts going to movies where, you keep on trying and you be sweet to a woman and, that's going to be the end all be all, and at the end, you get her. You know what I'm saying? So, y'all know how it is out the movies, man. And it's not the reality of things, my nigga. It's not the reality of things, bro. Don't get me wrong, man. And this is it's nothing wrong with loving your woman, doing nice things for your woman. There's nothing wrong with that. Like I've always said, it's only a problem when she does not like you, when she do not want you. A lot of you guys know that this woman do not want you, and you still tend to try to prove yourself in the process, knowing she don't want nothing to do with you, homie. She don't want nothing to do with you. And you're thinking, maybe if I just keep doing this, maybe my time will come, like they did on the movies. That time ain't never coming, man. Your time is never coming. A lot of y'all do that. A lot of guys, even grown-ups, you're in the friend zone. Cause you thinking your day coming. That day ain't never coming, homie. You might as well go to where you celebrate it. Do nice things for women who are deserving of it. When you first meet a woman and you do, I don't recommend you got to test people first, man. Take them on a part. Don't go out just giving. Test people. You do stuff every now and then. Don't just do it because you like her. You got to see if she like you. And what she adding to you. If she starting to do good things for you, then maybe you can do nice things for her. Like that. There's nothing wrong with doing nice things for women. It's just how you do things. You doing all that stuff off the front gate. Oh, you so beautiful, baby, this and that. And you know what I'm saying? Just you doing too much. Women don't like that. They like it, but they don't. You're doing too much. Hold on. You have to let her see what you about. Don't just be giving a woman all your all, bruh, and then she's not the right one. She don't like you. She's just using you for that type of stuff. That's how you niggas get. That's how you get caught up. That's how you be. That's how you get in the simp. That's how you do that. It's not being a simp, giving your woman nice things and doing nice things and fun activity, especially if she like you. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? But if she don't like you and she's giving you a hard time and you're trying to meet up, and she's not showing up on the dates, this and that, you need to cut contact. Don't be doing nothing for a woman like that. That's where it becomes simping. Trying to do stuff for a woman who don't want nothing to do with you whatsoever. You're wasting time.
The guy chasing the woman. Just endless chasing, pedestalizing women. Just,
And it's getting you nowhere.
Prove your love no matter how much disrespect you take. Simping. It taught our generation, taught millennials and onward to simp for women.
That's what they do. They don't tell you
to chase, to disregard your self-respect, basically.
And that's what you want a woman to do, respect you. You just want every woman to respect you, because if she respect you, she'll have more. She gonna respect you. You know what I'm saying? That's what you should want. Forget love. I feel like love. You have to define your definition of love. Everybody's definition of love is different, but you should want respect, homie. But you have to be doing things in actions to get that. If you're just a run over and just doing a bunch of nice things for people and being a yes man, people can run all over you. Nobody not gonna respect nobody like that. I'm sorry. They're not, bro.
Oh, I mean that was social engineering. It trained men to play a losing game. It's what it trained them to do. It's what it trained me to do. It's what it trained a lot of my friends to do. A lot of people, a lot of you. And even our fathers modeled it too. They were the happy wife, happy life guy, right? Men who thought submission was love. But that example that we saw growing up set us up for failure, because it taught us to ignore disrespect and to extinguish our own instincts, not listen to them, and to equate silence with virtue to a certain degree. I mean, which that's not strength at all. That's,
This is my thing. What about us? What about us, man? Why ain't nobody asking us, is we okay? Why everything seem like it's for a woman? Why is nothing for the niggas? I know niggas can be low down and cheat and do what they do. I'm gonna be honest with you. That don't necessarily mean that he's a bad guy because he did that. It's not easy, lady. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not that easy, man. Cause it's in a man's nature to really want multiple women, but the love he have for you, it conquers all that because he's willing to go against it. But that's in every man's nature, dog. I'm sorry. That's in every nigga nature, huh? That's in every damn man. That ain't true. That they lying. Well, this man don't do. That's in every man nature. Every man nature. That's why these preachers and everybody got popping up with babies and everything else, my nigga. But nobody's asking nothing how the man feel though. What do he thinks? Well, that's because y'all ain't and then let's just say you are six. Man, you better not be handsome nigga with a good job, doing things and working and stuff like that, bro, and doing the great thing. She gonna be gatekeeping. You can't go out with your friends. You can't go work out. You can't do none of that. So now this is the type of guy you want. Now when you get this man here, now you come on now. There's no peace. He can't do this shit. Where you calling 24/7? Golly. Sometimes it's niggas that don't really be cheating though, huh? And cause she's dealing with her ex nigga that was probably cheating. You might be a good nigga that's out really working, doing what you're supposed to do. You know, you ain't really on too much social media. You know what I'm saying? But she know you got money, this and that. Watch how she do. Everything is for her. It's nothing for the niggas, man. Nothing. When the last time I'm talking to the niggas, the fellas. When the last time somebody said, "Was you okay? How you been?" Nobody asked you that. Nobody asks you that. You got to figure it out. But we clown Will Smith, though. They laughing at him. Let a woman do that. A woman can't do that. Can't do that. Gotta suck it up. Be a man.
That's weakness, just packaged as virtue. And, you know, what happens after that is really simple. You know, a man who doesn't believe in love anymore doesn't necessarily stop loving. He still wants connection. He still wants that closeness. He wants it.
Yeah.
We're hardwired to want that.
Yeah.
We're humans.
You're humans. Facts.
But he just doesn't dream about it like he used to.
Mm-mm.
He doesn't expect forever. He doesn't fool himself with fairy tales anymore.
Nope.
If he commits, it's with his eyes wide open, knowing that it could end at any moment.
Knowing it can end at any moment.
Any
I was
moment.
just finna say that. They knowing it can end at any moment. Yeah, we'll love, but in the back of our mind, we know, hey man, it's a possibility. This may not last long. Everybody in it for a good time. Most niggas is thinking like this, huh? It may not last that long. But you know, we'll probably still take that chance. It take that chance, but man, it ain't gonna be too long before it left from the tank. We always got that in the back of our mind. It can end, bro, because we see it so many times happening.
And I think a lot of people mistake that demeanor for bitterness, but they're just clear. There's clarity there. Because once you see how it works, you can't pretend anymore. You can't go back. That's not how belief works. And that's not how being exposed to reality works. You know, unless you want to be legitimately insane and do this, you know, repeat the same behaviors, expecting different results, fully knowing that you're not going to get them. But yeah, I mean, modern love doesn't usually explode in some big dramatic scene all the time. It dies slowly in a lot of cases, in just little pieces here and there. You know, just the trust gets chipped away. Promises just weaken. Sacrifices are forgotten. And then one day you wake up and realize the love you thought you had is just gone. But it wasn't because of some catastrophe, but it was because one person decided that their feelings outweighed the vow.
And they out of here.
That's honestly even worse than betrayal. I mean, betrayal at least admits something sacred was broken. Erosion is what's going on. Erosion just shows you it was never sacred to begin with. It's constantly being chipped away at over time to that inevitable climax and then pitfall. So, I mean, what do men do after they stop believing? I think some, they retreat into solitude. A lot of them retreat into solitude. Because why is that? Solitude doesn't betray you. Others will, they'll throw themselves into work or their kids or building things that last longer than a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And others, they still love, but they do it differently.
Yep.
They give without expecting forever.
Yep.
They stay loyal, but it's...
We men tend to do that. I know I do. We do this, but we don't respect nothing. We don't expect nothing out of it. Homie, men are very grateful of any, bro. That's why when girls say, "What you want for your birthday?" we say, "Man, it don't matter, homie. It don't matter. It could be a shirt, a sock. We don't expect nothing. We don't expect nothing, huh? Niggas not getting surprises and we not getting praise. This is real. But man, shout out to Dark Mode and the Dad Mode in the Dark, man. Y'all need to subscribe to him. He be talking some real gems, bro. You know what I'm saying? Until next time, though, man. Yeah, it's crazy out here, man. We out.